तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनविष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदामह्यं ददाति सर्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतावतगमनं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं सागजातं सगनगुणाथं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं प्रियनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सगनविदा शिवशकं च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नमस्ते सासुदेवे गौरवाणी चार्य निर्विशेष शून्यवादी श्री पाश्चात्य देश तरणी नमोहादन्याय कृष्ण प्रेमदाय कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नमः गौरक्षे नमः हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिकांता श्री राधा कांता नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वानुसुते देवी श्री प्रणमामि हरि प्रिये पंचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य श्री प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि श्री गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So welcome again for the Bhagavad Gita session. So we were discussing. We started us on the second chapter, and we have already covered shlokas. So what basically the theme of this chapter is again. First, we are seeing how um, Arjuna's doubt. He's expressing his doubt further to Krishna, and after expressing the doubt, Krishna replies. He actually says that no, this is not correct. So finally, after saying no reasons, no further reasons to give, Arjuna finally kind of breaks down there, and then he surrenders to Krishna. So that is the first part where we see the need of a guru, that until unless one is just behaving friendly and having pep talks or just expecting uh, nice response or nice suggestions from the guru, is not like a guru, he's treating like a friend, so there is no benefit. So at the end, one has to accept a guru to get the real, to solve the problem and get the real purpose and to move ahead. And then here Krishna will be giving the jnana. This is like in basic short, he will be giving the jnana yoga, and then he'll be telling based on that you fight. And again taking it further, Krishna will be giving the karma yoga, karma kanda, and then he'll be telling you fight. And then further he'll taking it to bhakti yoga or buddhi yoga, and then he'll say, okay, now it is also clear, fight. So here we see that there are particular yoga, that is manomay, uh, Gyanmay Kosh, Buddhimay Kosh, like that. So which one is important, that we are gonna see that how it is important. So there are many Upanishads. Basically, there are 21 main Upanishads, like Ishopanishad and Taittiriya Upanishad, Mundaka Upanishad. So the Mundaka Upanishad, it is actually given, this kind of koshas are given. So like if you see small kids or babies, they are in what? They are in uh, like everything you give them, they are eating. So they directly eat it. So they are only in the that eating behavior, eating coach. Like they don't analyze anything. They just whatever you give, they take and they eat. So they are like in the uh, that way. So, but if you see for like a student, like age like 20, 18, 20 age, so they are in like a manomay kosh, like whatever you tell them, they will analyze, they will think, and then they will give reasoning and things. So this is how we also progress. So first we go from the manumay, that is only ahar, or eating things. Then we go into like logically reasoning. So that is also we generally progress. So in the Upanishads, basically they talk about the koshas, but then they don't give the final reasoning. But Krishna here, will be actually giving the final goal. Because just for example, if we take that, if you are, people say aham brahmasmi or aham manomay kosh, like if I am mana, like mind, then one may can reason, or itself the Upanishad reasons at the end. If you are mind, then can you see, or can you actually see your mind, or can you see that the mind is behaving different to you, or you can see the mind's actions? So one says yes, so then it says that, oh, then you are not the mind. So the Upanishad itself cancels out what it says. Then it goes to further say that if you are not manomay, then what you are? Then you are maybe vijnanamay. So vijnanamay means you are the logical reasoning, the reasoning behind the things. So again, it questions the same thing. Can you see that the reasoning is happening and the things are going on? So then it says yes. Okay, no, you are not the vijnana, and so on. It takes further and further. At the end, it says, oh, you are not this, you are not this, you are not this. So it kind of gives some understanding, but again, it leaves the reader with the question at the end. And that question actually Krishna answers in the Bhagavad Gita. So that's why it says that the Bhagavad Gita answers all the question, and also the second chapter actually it addresses so many of the questions that are uh, already coming to a person, or they are already raised in many of the shastras like Upanishads. So we'll recite this verse and then we'll discuss. लभ्यमस्मगमापार्थ नैतत्त्वैयुपपद्यते क्षुद्रं हृदयदौर्बल्यं रक्तोत्तिष्ठ परन्तपः. So again, I'll request if you want to recite as well, you can recite along with me. Or if you want to read, then let me know if you want to read the purport. So he says here, O son of Pritha, do not yield to this degrading impotence. It does not become you. So Krishna says it's not like it is not you. What are you doing? So he's like kind of chastising. Give up such petty weakness of heart and arise, O chastiser of the enemy. Krishna knows, like everybody knows. Krishna is directly telling, oh Arjuna, you are like a great warrior. You are chastiser of the enemy. What are you doing here? So Arjuna was addressed as a son of Pritha. So Pritha, as we know, who happened to be the sister of Krishna's father Vasudeva. So Krishna is actually telling, giving a relation also. So Krishna is not just saying like we know that uh, generally our relatives can chastise because they are in some relation, like my mother's brother, my father's brother, and like that. So he is actually telling like this and then chastising. So Krishna is also telling how the dealing should be. So you cannot just directly start chastising someone. Someone can say that, oh, I'm your friend, I'm your well-wisher, and then they can chastise, yes. Therefore, Arjuna had a blood relationship with Krishna. So Krishna is also reminding him, okay, you are thinking I'm your relative. Krishna is actually indirectly also saying that, oh, Arjuna, you are in your mind thinking that I'm your relative, I'm your friend, okay. So he's just kind of reminding him, saying that you are thinking like this. So if a son of a Kshatriya declines to fight, he is a Kshatriya in name only. And if the son of a Brahmana acts impiously, he is a Brahmana in name only. And that is what we see also nowadays, many Karmakandi Brahmana. So they are Brahmana by birth. They have a thread, sacred thread, but they don't do things as what a Brahmana is supposed to do. So they are just by birth only. So here he says Kshatriyas and Brahmanas are unworthy sons of their fathers. Therefore, Krishna did not want Arjuna to become an unworthy son of a Kshatriya. And Arjuna was the most intimate friend of Krishna, and Krishna was directly guiding him on the chariot. But in spite of all these credits, if Arjuna abandoned the battle, he would be committing an infamous act. So here also Krishna is trying to save. Krishna is not just pushing him into the fight, as many people raise the question that, oh, Krishna actually forced the battle to happen. So Krishna just did not force it, but he actually did negotiation at the start. and he himself went for the negotiation for the other side to the Kauravas, and then they rejected because Duryodhan was outright saying, "No, nothing doing. I'm going to fight and kill everyone and take everything anyway." So he was hell bent on that. So as we see, Krishna there he negotiated, but here also Krishna is guiding Arjuna that you will become discredited and you will lose, but that is okay. But you will become infamous. Infamy is worse than death. So he's actually helping his friend to reinstate his position. So therefore, Krishna said that such an attitude in Arjuna did not fit the personality. Arjuna might argue that he would give up the battle on the grounds of his magnanimous attitude. So he's giving his magnanimous attitude for the most respectable Bhishma and his relatives. So we can imagine Bhishma, he was the grandfather for them, and he was on the opposite side. So exactly fighting to his own people. But Krishna considered that sort of magnanimity a weakness of heart. So Daurbalyam is saying that weakness of heart is there. It is not magnanimity. And this is what also we generally feel many times when we have to give up something like this, which is we are attached to. So we give it on the basis of actually weakness, not on the basis of magnanimity very often. So we should be learning that, okay, which is magnanimity, which is weakness. Such false magnanimity was not approved by any authority, and this is why Krishna is saying that this is not approved, you should not do this. And that is called, or so-called non-violence should be given up by a person like Arjuna under the direct guidance of Krishna. Krishna is directly guiding him and telling him, no, no, this is not what you are supposed to do because you are running away from your dharma. So Krishna will now, Arjuna will ask, okay, so explain me on further on this. So now Krishna will be explaining or addressing Arjuna on this Kshatriya dharma. First he will explain that, and then he will be explaining his. So Krishna will be explaining his two things, two dharmas, the two main dharmas. So one is his swadharma, so that is his duty to his himself or towards his own prosperity, towards the soul's development. And then he is talking about the kula dharma. Kula dharma means his duty towards the his praja, his nation, is as a ruler, he should what he should be doing as like that. So that will be now the address. So Arjuna Uvacha Katam Bhishmam Aham Sankhe Dharnam Cha Madhusudana Vishuvi Pratiyutsyami Pujara Varisudana. So here now Arjuna is now saying in a request, but now here he is saying Arisudana, like we have discussed earlier, that Krishna was addressed as Madhusudana. So Madhusudana, because he killed the demon Madhu. And but here he is not saying Madhusudana, he is saying Arisudana. So here he is saying, oh killer of the enemies. And you'll see that what does it mean. So Arjuna said, oh killer of enemies. And here, oh killer of Madhu. So it is very clear that who is the enemy? He is Madhu. Okay, Madhu was the demon who the was the enemy of Krishna and Krishna killed. So Arjuna is so learned also, and he is also giving very deep reasoning here. We can see that he should have said very clearly, "Oh Madhusudana." Like here he's saying Madhusudana, but here he's saying Arisudana. That is what uh, the logic here is. So because he's trying to say that, oh Krishna, you have killed the demon Madhu. Okay, so that is enemy, and he came to kill you. You killed him. That is fine. But here I am going to. You are telling me to kill my own people. So, and you have killed like Arisudana. You are Arisudana. You are not like a family Sudana. Like you are not killing your family. He's saying like that. So you have killed other peoples, like other demons, outside people, but you haven't. You don't like he's telling indirectly to Krishna. You don't understand my situation. You are telling me to kill my own people. So you're so that is what his own main logic is, and one can understand when such a big dilemma is there, what a person will be going through. So that's the biggest problem, yeah, one can have to kill his own people. So how can I counterattack with arrows in battle, man? Like Bhishma and Drona. So Bhishma was his grandfather, Drona was his teacher, the guru, who are worthy of my worship. So he literally was worshipping to them, and no matter what happened, he was not ready to kill. So respectable superiors like Bhishma, the grandfather, and Dronacharya, the teacher, are always worshipable. Even if they attack, they should not be contracted. So that was the status, or the uh, what you can say, the level of people that time, that even if people uh, your own people, they come to attack you, you should not contract. That was the teaching they had with such high standard. It is general etiquette that superiors are not to be offered even a verbal fight. So here is teaching even a verbal fight should not be taken with the superiors. But here Krishna actually will explain that when there is a wrongdoing, then there is nothing there. So when someone is doing wrong, then that's it. That is the line we should know when it is to be crossed. So when there is something wrong happening, when the superior is actually supporting the wrong and not saying anything. So even if they are doing it or not saying also, they are taking part in it. And that is where we know the line has been crossed and we should be actually taking a firm decision there to address that. So we should know that when and when to not. So even if they are sometimes harsh in behavior, they should not be harshly treated. So harsh in behavior, that is okay. Then how is it possible for Arjuna to counteract them? Would Krishna ever attack his own grandfather, Ugrasen? So he's saying, Arisodhana, like you have killed demons, you have not killed your own people. Will you kill your grandfather Ugrasen or your teacher Sandipani Muni? He's indirectly saying that. So these were some of the arguments offered by Arjuna to Krishna. And now we see how Krishna actually not just gives philosophy, he gives very logical reasoning and then addresses Arjuna's. And this is what we see a guru, how a guru should be. A guru just doesn't seek like flowery words and you say you are like this, you will become like this, you will be like that, you will reach a high standard, you will do that, you will do or whatever. But a guru gives very scientific reasoning, addresses the main concern of the disciple and reinstates the disciple. That is the main thing. At the end of the discussion, if the disciple is not satisfied, so the guru's work is not done, or that is not guru acting. So this is what Bhagavad Gita directly teaches as well. One who is to be a guru, how he should behave, and what he should be like. So here it says now Arjuna is continuing because Arjuna is giving more further like deep understanding on the same thing. Gurun hatva hi mahanubhavam shayon bhoktam vaikshayam apiha loke hatva kaman sugurun yaiva bhunjiyava bhogan rudhir pradigdham. So here he says it would be better to live in this world by begging than to live at the cost of the lives of great souls who are my teachers. Even though desiring worldly gain, they are superiors. If they are killed, everything we enjoy will be tainted with blood. So, if you remember, in the end of the first chapter, also he said the same thing that, oh, I will kill, I will get sin, so it will be all tainted with blood. What is the good? What is the benefit by getting such a kingdom? I don't want like this. So, he's giving this reason directly. Same thing, repeating again. So here he says, न चैतद्विद्म कतरन्न गरियो यद्वे जयं यदि वयो जयेयु यन्नेव हत्वा न जिजीवत्सं ते अवस्थिता प्रमुखे दर्शरस्तः. Nor do we know which is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. Now he's explaining or he's expressing his confusion. He says, I don't know what is better even, conquering them or conquered by them. And he says, if we kill the sons of Dhritarashtra, we should not care to live. Yet they are now standing before us on the battlefield. So he is now expressing again his confusion that I'm not certain what to do, whether to kill them or getting killed, because there is only one option out of this. So here he's saying Arjuna did not know whether he should fight or risk unnecessary violence, although fighting is the duty of the Kshatriya. So he is also taking or is moving to begging also, and this is what we see also when problems come in this world, we generally run away and we take resolute of such things which are like considered even kind of impious act. or wrongdoings, like, or we just want to run away and do nothing about it. So here is a we know that nor was there certainty of victory because either side might emerge victorious. So this was a thinking of Arjuna. But in the first chapter, we saw already everything was in a way that in the favor of Pandavas because it was Kapidhwaja. So we know wherever there is Hanuman, which means there is Lord Ram also, and wherever there is Lord Ram, which is Lord Krishna, is there is always victory. So it was all the signs there, but he was still not sure. He couldn't understand that whether I'll be victorious or not. And then he knew that even if victory awaited them, and still, if the sons of Dhritarashtra died in battle, he was still considering them as his kind brothers because they are still cousins, and he didn't want to fight. So, and here he says his desire to live by begging, although he was born in the royal household, is another sign of detachment. So he is giving, like he's detaching himself, he's trying to leave everything. He was truly virtuous as his qualities combined with his faith in the words of instruction of Sri Krishna, his spiritual master, indicate. So now here is saying that in the purport, Prabhupada is saying that his spiritual master. Then we'll see that how he'll expect him then. It is concluded that Arjuna was quite fit for liberation. So he was fit for liberation. Unless the senses are controlled, there is no chance of elevation to the platform of knowledge, and without knowledge and devotion, there is no chance of liberation. So one has to be at such state that where he can leave anything at any time, and that is when he is eligible for liberation. Arjuna was competent in all these attributes over and above his enormous attributes in his material relationships. So even his material things, he was ready to give it in this way, in the click, and then he can move on further. And then he says this very famous thing, and he says that now I cannot do anything, I cannot say anything, I just surrender to you. So this is the point where now so first thing is what is denial. He says, no, I don't want to fight. And this is what we see in our life also. When a problem comes, when serious thing happens, we get into denial mode. No, no, this cannot be possible. This is not ready. This is not right, or this cannot happen to me. So denial. And then we go into the next stage, that is confusion. Is it right? Is it not? Am I doing the thing? Am I not? Am I, or should I do this or should I not? So this is what we also face. So first is denial. Whenever problem come, challenge come, or when our duty is supposed to be done, we are in a state of denial. So when generally we deny, first thing is we deny. So we try to run away from the problem. So that is like running away from the problem. Second thing is we are confused. Now what to do? So we accept partially what to do, what to not, what to do, where to go, whom to ask, whom to not. So we are in a confusion state. And third state is a helplessness. So it is said that it is okay to be not to be okay. Sometimes many people say that oh you are not properly situated, you are not doing the right thing. So it is understood that it is okay to not to be okay. So sometimes it is accepted, and we should express to that right person who can help us in that situation. So a simple example, it is like it is okay if you fall, if you get fever, if you get cold. In this world, it is normal. Like people say, oh, you got cold, okay, it's normal. And then some, like now even people say you got coronavirus, so it's okay, it is also normal. So such thing is also now become normal. But if you say someone that, oh, I'm mentally not feeling well, I'm not situated well, nobody understand except a psychologist, a doctor. For them, they will say, oh, it is okay. Sometimes you get stressed, sometimes you get feel like this, it's okay. So in that situation, when we go to the doctor, he says it's okay. But if you talk to general people, they will say, "Oh, what are you talking? You crazy? Let's go out and go for a party, or let's go out and spend some time, do some random things." So this is what we should know, that it's the third stage where you get into the helplessness stage. You should go to the right person or the right source to get the right help. If we don't, then we go into the that dark area of the depression or selflessness. Like selflessness means in a way that we are helplessness, not even selflessness. Like we are alone, so we are like what to do, and then we are like helpless, what to do, where to go, how to do things, and it becomes a big problem, and it can affect our everything, our work life, family life, and everything. So this third stage is very important, because if you don't go to the right person, then it will make you or break you. And this is what happens in many of the cases where people go to the extreme situation of extreme step of ending their life, or like committing bigger mistakes, or making more problems to their own life. So, and this is what we see here. Arjuna is explaining by their example, and Krishna is explaining by his example as a guru. Then that when such state happens, Arjuna says, Krishna, I no longer want to have this friendly discussion. I don't want to have the friendly talk or pep talks. I accept you as my guru. Please guide me as a guru now. So this is where he tells that you have to go to the right person, accept him as a guru, and then what he says, accept that also. So but again, Arjuna doesn't explain that. Uh, he doesn't explain in a blind way. Okay, Arjuna doesn't say, because again further also Krishna will explain, give him guidance, but Arjuna will ask question, logical question, scientific questions has to be asked. So we'll end with this one now, the last one, and then it explains how this is the turning point in the whole Bhagavad Gita. Karpanya dosho pahata svabhava pachami tam dharma sammoda cheta yasheha sandishitam rohi sanme shishyasteham sadi mam tam prapannam. So he says, uh, now I'm confused about my duty and have lost all composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. So this is a very, very, very deep thing. So as I said, there are like these stages. The first thing is denial. Whenever the big problem, big challenges in the life come, which definitely comes to everyone, no matter who they are. So it comes to everyone in their life once, twice, thrice, whatever times you may expect. So first thing is the denial. We just say, no, no, this cannot happen. I don't want to deal with it, or just run away. And second thing is the confusion. So we confused about, okay, what to do now? What should I do this? Should I do that? Or just running around. We are just like helpless, kind of running around. And then third thing is the helplessness stage, where we are like, I can't do anything, I can't do anything, I can't deal with it. But then that is where the point is, if you go to the right person. Fourth thing is then accept the right guidance, follow it. So if we don't, then it will just make the problem more difficult, or the whole situation more difficult or more serious. And if we accept the right source as the guidance, then as we know, people, when they are follow that, then they are actually come out of that problem, and they actually become more stronger. So this is also what the other side of the thing is. When problems come, that's why it is said problems make us stronger. But if you just be like Arjuna, what he was now, it will not make us stronger, it will make us more weaker and break us. So they come to break us directly then. But if we take the right guidance, learn from the problem, and move ahead, then we actually come out stronger from that problem, and then we are ready for a bigger problem. So this is how this world is actually. This world is dukhalayam asashvatam. Unless until we are in the right situation, right uh, what method we are following. That is, we know why this world is. This is like a hospital. In the hospital, nobody is happy. Okay, so in the hospital, we have to come for a treatment. So we take the treatment, follow the treatment correctly, then we can be cured of the disease and we can go out of the hospital. So if you don't follow that and you think that no, in the hospital I will enjoy, I will do whatever I want, not the prescribed thing, then it will be difficult. So it is not like putting anyone down. It is not like you are supposed to not live happy life. But we should know that what is meant to be done, we do that. Then we'll be actually getting the happiness. So we can enjoy definitely, but in the right attitude, not in the haywire way. Then we get into more difficulty. So as simple like following the rule of the government, you will be happy. If we break the rule of the government, one can be punished or one can suffer. So as simple like that. So I'll stop here because this purport is quite interesting, and then because this is the turning point, we have to discuss this in more detail, which we'll discuss in the next session. So thank you very much. If anyone has any question to ask, they can ask quickly. We have a few minutes. Okay then. All right.
No,
Thank you very much.
can I ask you something,
Yes,
please?
please. Yes, please. Yes, Pinwati.
Yes, the turning point of the Gita, the sloka you read, which number is it?
Oh, yes, this is 2.7.
2.7. And another
Yes.
one thing, you said everybody will face some problem in their life,
Yes.
every single person.
Hmm.
And you said you said first point I missed. Is this the problem? A second
First
point you
point is
said
denial. So first point is denial. So first is
denial,
whenever problem comes, we deny. That is our
denial.
tendency. It is like we are built like that. We always
Okay.
deny that no, no, this cannot happen. This is not. Like we generally say why this is happening to me, kind of thing, and we run away that this is not a problem. We have instead of chasing the problem, facing the problem, we say no, no, this is not. Like first we run
Mhm.
away, then second we what we do is we get confused, and then confused
Yeah, what
means
to
what to do,
do?
what to not. Is it really problem or not problem? We are mixed state. Third is we become helpless. Finally we become
Okay.
helpless in front of the problem. Then is that is when
Mhm.
we actually accept it. Oh, this is a big problem, what should I do now? And that is when we become helpless. Either we can be helpless and kind of suffer alone, or we go to the right person and ask for the solution. Right person, that is very important, and then ask for the solution. What is given, then we follow that
And
wholeheartedly.
accept that solution. Accept
But
the right source, you said.
yes, yes. So like that is accepting the like in this context, accepting the guru, and then last
Mhm.
step is follow the guru. What the guru says, because the guru will pull you out from the problem. So follow the guru wholeheartedly. So ask the logical question, and that is what we see here, that in this the flow is like that. So Krishna, Arjuna finally like surrenders to Krishna. So here we'll see few more verses. Then he surrenders, and then Krishna starts explaining to him. Okay, so he tells about him his duty. So he gives him Jnana Yoga. So he tells about the soul, and then he'll tell him about the Karma Yoga also. Then he'll tell about the Buddhi Yoga, and then he'll tell again. See, based on all these three, I have tell you the reasons how why to fight. So whatever you want to accept, accept. But then he tells him finally about Citta Prajna, Samadhi. So like working without attachment. And then Krishna, then because Arjuna wanted to know more, and he also wanted to know for the good of everybody, so he wanted to know more. So then he asks more questions. He doesn't blindly accepts further Krishna's words. So as a guru and disciple also, they can have question answers. They can have kind of arguments also, but it's not like just blind following. Spirituality is not blind following. So it's a science. In the science, we talk about observation, conclusion, then observation, then conclusion, then observation, then conclusion. When it goes on exploring further and further. So same way we have to, uh, we also should learn from Arjuna the same attitude. And then we approach the right guru, but not fight with him, chase him. Like you, I will, I, I challenge you like this. No. But yeah, we ask questions in a submissive way, and then we okay. I didn't understand. Can you explain more? Okay, okay, like this. So this is how Arjuna now will be discussing. We'll see that next session onwards.
Thank you very
Okay.
much. It was very nicely explained. Very nicely. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So thank you everyone who has joined, and we'll continue next Saturday again. Hare Krishna.